literally feel like my catchphrase for this video is I'm kind of on the fence about this trend, but I really am.
Alexasunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexasunshine 83 right here. Hello, happy Sunday. What is up? Today's video, we are doing a thrifting 2021 fashion trends. Now, okay, 2021 has not yet happened, so these are technically projected trends. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I do a lot of like thrifting winter trends, summer trends. Actually, at the beginning of this year, I did a thrifting 2020 fashion trends. I haven't rewatched it to see if those projected trends actually happened. Honestly, these types of videos are so fun to film because it helps me get outside of my comfort zone. Of course, wear whatever the heck you want. Trends are just my entire purpose of doing these types of videos is to show that you don't need to buy these trends new. They have most likely already happened, so they are probably at the thrift store. Usually I like to actually go to the thrift store and try to find as many of the trends that I can to kind of show a little bit more that you can find at thrifting. But obviously, you know, this year was a dumpster fire, so I ended up actually purchasing these thrifted items from ThredUp. That way I can actually put together an outfit, because back when I was able to go into the dressing rooms, I would try to put together an actual outfit so you could see what it would look like. Also, I feel when you try things on, you can then make a more like rational decision if you like the trend or not. And yeah, I feel like looking at what the hottest trends are can it kind of help you get out of, you know, potentially a clothing funk. I have been going through a little bit of an identity crisis, so kind of getting some inspiration from these trends could be really helpful. And yeah, I have a lot of clothes. Let me just, yeah, there's a lot there. Some trends I definitely like more than others. We're gonna get into that. Now, I've already filmed the actual try on portion, so I know how all of these items fit, so I can give more of my opinion on them, but I will overlay the try on portion and talk about it anyway. Now, the first trend isn't necessarily a new trend, but I think the way that you style it is what makes it different, which is checkered prints. And when I was reading about it, it was definitely more being styled in a chic way, whereas I feel like previously it was kind of like picnic gal vibes. So I ended up getting two different items that kind of go with this trend. And this first one kind of looks like this. It has a little puff sleeve. Honestly, it fit amazing. This is probably my favorite piece. Although it isn't necessarily chic, I did end up styling it with these faux leather pants that I'm renting from Nuuly. And although those faux leather pants are literally the worst things ever, I cannot wait to get them off of my body. I didn't want to just put this top with jeans because I feel like that would kind of go more towards how checkered print was styled previously, whereas 2021 we're feeling all the leather, so I ended up putting it with the leather pants. And I think it honestly kind of didn't really go just because of the color of this checkered print. The, I guess, white part is a little bit more cream, so I felt like it wasn't as just black and white. So definitely styling wise with this one wasn't, you know, on point, but I think I made it work. And it was originally from a company called Finder. I ended up getting it for $37.99, which is definitely, you know, a little bit up there for ThredUp, but the fit on this top is just absolutely breathtaking, and I probably will wear it just with jeans, to be honest. But I ended up getting this coat, which then I styled a little bit more towards the trend, which is originally from Ann Taylor. It is in a small, and it was $36. And this is honestly so beautiful. I did not expect to really love it as much as I do. Now, the checkered print, you know, isn't just full on checkered print. It does have, you know, a little bit more details of the little stripes on the squares, but I felt like it still went, and I wanted to show a piece with this trend that was more chic, so I ended up putting it with my knee-high boots. I did want to wear it more like a dress, so I put some bike shorts under. Realistically, especially if I was going to style it for kind of winter, I would put some tights with it. I did put a black turtleneck because I like how it kind of popped out a bit, and you could wear it as a coat, but I think as a dress goes a little bit more styled towards the 2021 trend. And again, you know, checkered print, flannel, that type of stuff, it's always going to be a trend. It's just based, I think, on how then you style it. And I think for the trend wise, the coat definitely goes towards that more chic look. So this next one I am not as excited about, which is bubblegum pink. You know what's funny is when I was younger, I actually had a pink room. I was really obsessed with pink, but honestly, I think it's because Limited 2 was brainwashing me that little girls love the color pink, and it was also because my mom wouldn't paint my nails black, so I think as a rebellious act, I just got really obsessed with pink. I don't know, but now I'm a little bit turned off by the color, and especially kind of neon pink. It's just not my favorite thing. So this bubblegum pink trend, just, I'm not in love with it, but I still want to try it out, see how I feel, especially because I am getting into pastels. I ended up thrifting this little Topshop crop top, and honestly, I think the other reason why I may have not liked this trend is because I went a little bit overboard doing a top and bottom, which I'll show you in a sec, but I got this for $12.99, and I think it's a really cute little crop top. It's just so bright. After I put this on, I was like, oh, like, I don't know about this, and then these pants kind of just like really turned me off, which they are originally from Boohoo, and I got them for $15.99, and it's honestly not necessarily the color. These pants just fit really weird. They have a little belt, which is nice, but they kind of are straight leg pants, and then they're kind of see-through, and I just feel like the whole look together, I really tried to tone it down with some black heels and a black leather blazer, and I just don't think this outfit could be safe. I feel like I could go a little bit more casual by maybe just having the pink pants with like a black t-shirt, and in the trends it did say try to style it with darker pieces or more neutral so it's not too intense, but honestly even these alone, it's just way too bright for my personal liking. But if you love bubblegum pink and colors, then this trend is for you. The next trend, I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. They are loose trousers, or like loose pants, loose jeans, and I think that has been kind of getting popular more during fall into winter, and then now in 2021 it's going to be, I guess, quite big, which honestly I feel like it's because how the year has been. We have all realized our, you know, mom jeans, skinny jeans, we don't want to have anything to do with those because a lot of us are just working from home, so we're sitting down a lot. So I would much rather wear some baggy pants, but I think I have an issue with trying to find ones that are straight up and down baggy, and I find that at most thrift stores they were mainly like wide leg pants. So although these pants are a little bit more wide leg, they are, you know, loose, I guess, on the bottom. So I did end up getting these, which the brand is Unique by Litz. These are really stretchy, which I do like. They're very comfy. I think they are like one size too big. They're 27 and I'm usually a 26, but the wide leg, like, they are quite wide leg. They also have this really nice like denim patch. Now the issue I had with styling it is it just is tough for me to not make it look 70s. I think if I were to have put them with like Doc Martens or like a tank top, I don't know, especially with baggier pants, they usually say, oh, you should go tighter on the top. So I was trying to kind of stay with that style rule, and I wish I just would have styled them how I would style them normally, which would just be maybe with a Harley Davidson top. I mean, who cares about clothing rules? Wear these trends however you want as well. These ones, they're nice, but they weren't like exactly the trend I was going for. But when you are thrifting trends, sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. But from trying these, I'm now way more open to trying to find an actual baggy jean, so that, you know, there's still an upside to this. Now I don't think anyone is gonna be too surprised with this next trend, which is knit polos. In 2020, I mean, the whole preppy vibe was very big, and I've definitely dabbled in it a little bit. A year ago, I would have never worn anything with a collar, and now one of my favorite things in my closet is a collared button-up. So, you know, we evolve. This one, I'm kind of on the edge. I feel like it's one of those things you have to style it a couple times to kind of figure out how you would style it, because yes, you can look at the models and be like, okay, this is how, you know, the runway styled it, but how would it work with my wardrobe? And I feel like with this one, it's kind of like that. So I ended up thrifting this knit polo. It is from Charter Club, and I got it for $13.99. And the actual color of it, I think, is really nice. This very pastel blue. And I ended up pairing it with some plaid pants. Again, kind of gives me a 70s vibe. I think it's because of the pants, because of how the like structure of them are, but this specific style does kind of give me that. And I don't really know how I would style it just alone. I think it's because I have just recently recently gotten into polos that this is like a little bit too much for me, but I do think it's really pretty. And when it comes to knits and sweaters, I definitely like them to be quite chunky and a little bit looser so I can kind of tuck them in. And I don't really wear that many, I guess, like tight fitting knits, so I think that's also why, but I think you could definitely style this in such a nice way. Okay, another one I do not know how I feel about, which is utility vests. Now, sweater vest was obviously a really big thing in 2020. I mean, people have been wearing sweater vests forever. My grandpa, like super OG, has been rocking the sweater vest. So, you know, it's nothing new, but I think utility vests, when I was younger, I feel like it was a trend, this like almost army green color. I feel like it was. When I looked it up on Pinterest, this style came up, and that's not really the trend. It seems like it's more being styled in a grungier fashion, like a little bit more street style. I think I prefer that, but it definitely is outside of my comfort zone. And I ended up thrifting this one from Alfredo we'll just say Alfredo. I got this from the brand Alfredo, and it was $13.99. There were a lot of puffy ones I saw on ThredUp and then also on kind of the trends list, but I didn't know how I felt about the puffy style, so I ended up just going with this one because I thought it would be easier to style. Honestly, I really blanked when I styled it. I just put it with black because I was like, well, I feel like it's supposed to be grungy. I don't know about this. With the sweater vest, it took me a while to get into, so I feel like this would be another thing. I do like that it is kind of just an accessory. It's not really doing anything for you. It's not keeping you warm, but they said styling it with a crew neck or like a knit, I think is interesting. I think it could have potential with somebody else's style. Like I think Katie from Steal the Spotlight, I think she wears utility vests. She's great at styling literally anything. So I feel like she has probably styled this in a really flattering way. I just don't know how. The name of this one, I don't really like. I don't know, it makes me feel uncomfortable, which is Secondskin Tops. It's a weird name. And basically it's just a sheer, like tight turtleneck or long sleeve. This style was really big a couple of years ago, so it's definitely not a new trend. I feel like a couple of years ago I just didn't know how to style it, and now seeing it I was like, oh, I actually really like that style. So I ended up thrifting this one originally from Zara, and I got it for $14.99, and I really like that it's actually polka dot. You could wear it by itself, or layering it is really good under like a sweater. I really like that it has a scallop edge on the neck. It kind of pokes out. It's not too much of a turtleneck where it's kind of like strangling you. It's just kind of like poking out. So I ended up pairing it with a sweater vest, which I don't think it was it. I really wanted to show off the actual top. I don't think the colors really went together, and I feel like it would look nicer honestly just under a graphic tee. Also, I was thinking my like black corset I think would look absolutely amazing. I'm totally into it. They show different styles of like pattern on them. I prefer just kind of like a straight sheer. This one with the polka dots I think is enough, not too much, but any of the other ones that have the actual pattern, I don't know, I'm not super in love with. But yeah, I'm really into this. If you guys watched last Sunday's video, then you will not be surprised about this top, because I did wear it in that video, because when I took this out of the package, I was like, oh my gosh, I really love this. This little button up, the little like collar part is so cute for layering. It'll be amazing. And then it has a little bit of a puffy sleeve, which is one of the trends. Again, we are not surprised, but it did say that originally the puffy sleeve trend was a little bit more of a nod to the 80s, whereas now it's kind of taking its own life, and I am totally on board. This top is originally from Zara. I got it for $26.99, and honestly, I really love it. And puffy sleeve blouses are quite difficult to find at the thrift store, I will admit that. And although this isn't like the most puffy sleeve blouse that you could find, I tried my best, and I felt like the silhouette of it, I've been looking honestly for something like this, and I felt like because it is a little bit of a puffy sleeve that I would kind of include it in this trend, although it does seem like really puffy sleeves are the theme that are going to be really big in 2021. And when it comes to this button up, I just think it looks so nice. It's very simple. It's literally just a white button up, but with a little bit of the puffy sleeve and then, you know, the collar part, I just think it looks so nice. I did kind of already talk about the preppy look, and I guess, I mean, this isn't really the same thing, but I don't know, just from the photos that they had on the website, it just kind of reminded me of the preppy style. It is sporty wear, but like chic sporty wear. And in this article, it talked about how windbreakers are coming back, which I don't think they were ever gone. This one, I don't think necessarily is the trend that is being projected, but it was a windbreaker and I actually really just love the colors and I wanted to try it out because I haven't really tried a proper windbreaker ever. So this one is originally from Tyrolia by Head and it was $18.99. It has shoulder pads as well. Like, oh my gosh. Look at how cool it is. It has like rainbow on it and I was having a little bit of a hard time on styling it because I was like, okay, do I go like full on 90s vibe? It doesn't seem like that's the way that it's being styled for the projected trend. It's just a little bit more trendier and you know, that's not really me. I don't really wear a lot of sportswear, so I ended up just putting it with some street league jeans, some dad sneakers, and what top did I put with it? Oh, I put a collared shirt because from the photos, a lot of them were with collared shirts, so I think it still kind of goes with what the trend is saying, and this is how I would personally style it, which when it comes to trends, I think that's really important. You don't need to do the carbon copy theme. You can look at a piece that may be very popular and see, okay, how would I style it with my wardrobe? Because if you want to style it how they're styling it, but that's not actually your style, then you're probably just never gonna wear it. I literally feel like my catchphrase for this video is I'm kind of on the fence about this trend, but I really am because I like it, but I think if maybe I got a windbreaker that wasn't as puffy, then it would make it feel a little bit more modern, but this one just literally feels like it's from the 90s. This one I don't think necessarily has ever gone out of style, which is a good trench coat. I mean, I feel like if you live somewhere that has a colder climate, you will most likely wear a trench coat or like something that's a long coat. And I was really curious about this trend because I've never worn a trench coat before. Anytime I've seen them in the thrift store, I've been like, oh, like, yeah, it's cute, but I've literally no practical reason to own this. But I decided for this video, I would make that the reason to at least try it. And from what the trend says, it's very much like any type of trench coat. There was one where it was like a drop waist trench coat, like you can really just make it as personalized as you want. I ended up just going with a typical beige trench coat, and this one is originally from Uniqlo and I got it for $26.99. Honestly, I do really like it. I think it looks so chic. I wish I lived somewhere that was colder so I could wear it because I think it does look really nice. I ended up pairing it with some tan pants because I thought they were going to be the same color, but they definitely are not the same color. And so I thought it was going to be more of a true like cool toned tan, but it's a little bit warm for my taste, so I'm not going to keep it, but I'm glad I tried it out to see like what I would want in a trench coat in the event that I ever needed a trench coat. It does have a belt, which I don't really love. I would rather just have a tie, which cinched in waists are also a trend. Just want to pop that in there. That was part of the trends list. I'm definitely on board with this trend. I just don't have a reason right now to own one. So I am jealous of any of you that are in the climate to be able to wear a trench coat. I then left the worst for last. Honestly, it's because I was dreading on just talking about this trend, which is microscopic miniskirts. Now, miniskirts in general have never been my friend. I have quite long legs, and wearing skirts in general as well, whether they're just kind of short skirts or longer skirts, I've just recently gotten into because I was like, oh, I can wear bike shorts with them. That is amazing. Where's the microscopic mini skirt? How am I supposed to wear bike shorts under that? I mean, I could, but then you would definitely see it. I wanted to try it out for this video, just see, because I knew I was very turned off to the style, which I felt like I should then try it out. So I am very much sure that I'm not into the style, and I can definitely confirm I'm definitely not into the style. It's kind of like the low-rise jeans. I can't go back. This skirt is originally from H&M. I got it for $11.99, and it is itty bitty. Like literally my butt was out the entire time, and I tried to style it. I really did. I put it with a yellow sweater, and you know, I think it looks cute. It's just not me. And it's not that I don't feel like confident in it. I just don't feel comfortable in it. So if you like the mini skirt, go for it, or the microscopic mini skirt, because apparently a mini skirt wasn't short enough. We had to make it microscopic. It's totally fine. You wear whatever the heck you want. I'm not gonna wear it. Alrighty, let me know in the comments down below what 2021 projected trend that you're really excited about. Of course, these aren't all the trends, so if there's one that I didn't mention, definitely let me know. Although if if you say the microscopic mini skirt, I cannot. If you guys like thrifting videos and secondhand fashion, make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, alexasunshine83, to keep up to date with me during the week. I will see you guys on Thursday with a brand new video. I hope you have a super sunny Sunday. Enjoy life, be happy, and I love you lots. Bye!